Because I talk so much about corruption, I thought it'd be great to give you guys a more fun video today. This is the top 10 fights that changed the world. All right, let's go. At number 10, we have the Haitian Revolution versus France. Imagine the slave folks in 1791 being like, yo, what if we just don't do this anymore? And then actually doing that. The Haitian Revolution wasn't just a fight. It was an 1804 style control or delete on the entire colonial system. It terrified every European empire. You think America was scared of black people with guns in the 60s? Try 1790s France watching their sugar gold mine become a black-led republic. This wasn't a riot. It was a spiritual, tactical, seismic ass whooping. And the world ain't been right since. Coming in at number 9, we got the famous New York versus Pumpkin from Flavor of Love. You ever see someone cock their head like they're trying to load up disrespect? That's what Pumpkin did on Flavor of Love, right? Right before she spit on New York. And then New York unleashed a level of smoke that had Bravo and VH1 executives sweating in HD.
Yeah, do it! Slap me, bitch! What? You motherfucking whore! You put your motherfucking hands on me! Did you see that bitch fucking spit in my motherfucking face? Bitch, I would take you out! Because I'm staying in the house and you're eliminated, you're gonna spit in my fucking hair. What? She spit in my fucking face. I don't play that shit.
Now you gotta go for real. That was fucked up. That was real fucked up right there.
I just want to fucking go home.
That's fucked up. I don't like nobody spitting in my fucking face.
I am definitely not a fake person. The girl I spit on, he's clearly so fucking fake. Like, he's trying to, like, make an excuse. I can't even talk. I can't even breathe.
This wasn't just a cat fight. This was a cultural reset. New York's response, calm, collected, then bam, lunged like a puma in heels, gave birth to 1,000 reaction gifts. She didn't win Flavor Flav's heart, but she won the culture. This moment changed reality TV forever. It made drama profitable. It made New York a legend. And it told every future contestant on every future dating show, you might fall in love, but stay ready to square up. Number 8 is Goku versus Frieza. Frieza killed Goku's best friend and said, so what? Goku said bet, then went Super Saiyan, and anime hasn't been the same since. Look, this fight was Dragon Ball Z's Super Bowl. It was an emotional roller coaster, a lava-filled light show, and a therapy session all in one. Goku didn't just throw hands, he threw philosophy. I'm not fighting for vengeance, he says. I'm fighting for the people you've hurt. Frieza laughed. Goku glowed. And a generation of kids started screaming in their living rooms trying to power up. This was more than a fight. This was a 5-hour metaphor about rising above hate, glowing up on your enemies, and never trusting dudes who call themselves emperor. And also, Frieza's racism is well documented, so it's quite clear that he deserved that. Okay. For number 7, we have Malcolm X versus the media. If words were hands, Malcolm X was Mike Tyson in a newsroom. Every time Malcolm X stepped in front of a microphone, somebody in America's establishment broke into a cold sweat. The media tried to frame him as angry, dangerous, divisive, but he saw the game and he flipped the board.
That the majority of the American people aren't imperialists, but the government is, the structure is, the power faction is. So, how then do all the majority go along with it? Because those who sit in power over the television, over the radio, and over the press is constantly telling those who are the masses how free they are.
They'd ask about nonviolence. He'd ask why black people were expected to be the only pacifists in a burning house. They called him radical. He'd point at police dogs, fire hoses, and lynchings and say, that's your moderate. Malcolm didn't swing fists. He swung truths. And the more he talked, the more people listened. Not just black Americans, but the global South, independence movements, and everyone tired of sugar-coated lies. He didn't just challenge white supremacy. He exposed its marketing strategy. You ever see someone so powerful, the alliance of every living person on earth had to run the ones? Mamoru Uchiha didn't pull up to fight. He pulled up to teach lessons, dropped a meteor, then dropped another meteor for fun. This man made grown shinobi question their career choices. People with elemental jutsus looked up and said, yeah, I'm done. This wasn't even his final form. Madara didn't just body the battlefield. He bodied the narrative. He said, you thought this was about peace? Nah, this is about me proving I was right all along. He made gods look small. He made villains look inefficient. And in doing so, he became the ultimate. You thought you had plot armor? Character. Every anime fan to this day uses Madara as the bar. Because when a world united, Madara soloed the world and won against the world, but couldn't be Kaguya. That's a whole nother story, man. We gotta run down on Kishimoto one time, maybe. I mean, if y'all want to run down on Kishimoto, we can. Like, we're gonna, speak nice to him when we see him, but we're gonna run down on him for sure. Wait, yo. Number 5, we got Julius Caesar versus all his friends, right? The most famous betrayal in history. A plot twist so cold it became a Latin phrase. Imagine throwing your own surprise party and everyone brings knives. Julius Caesar was on top of the Roman world, conquering Gaul, flexing his wealth, and making the Senate real nervous. He walked into a room full of friends and left with 23 stab wounds and a literary legacy. That's not just a line, it's a lifetime trust issue. This wasn't just political drama. This was the start of Rome's transition from republic to empire, from let's vote on stuff to hail the emperor. Brutus thought he was saving the republic. Instead, he made Caesar a martyr, sparked the civil war, and accidentally cleared the path for Caesar's nephew, Octavian, who said, cool, I'll take it from here. So yeah, this wasn't just a fight. It was a whole era changing hands with a dagger. Number 4, we have Zuko versus himself. The fire-bending emo prince with daddy issues accidentally becomes one of the greatest redemption arcs in TV history. Zuko started off like every private school kid with a superiority complex and a dragon. He was banished, broken, and desperate for validation. And chasing the Avatar, that was his one-way ticket back to daddy's approval. But somewhere between trying to kill Aang and roasting marshmallows with Uncle Iroh, Zuko started asking the big questions. Wait, am I the drama? Look, this wasn't just a heel turn, it was spiritual jujitsu. Zuko's real battle wasn't against Aang. It was against his own rage, guilt, and that fire nature propaganda coursing through his veins. And when he finally said nah to evil, joined Team Avatar and faced Azula and Agni Kai, chills. Zuko didn't just switch sides, he switched souls. A whole generation of kids learned what accountability and growth looked like. From a cartoon fire prince with sideburns and a scar. I think the general population of America could take a few hints from Zuko, but alas, this is wishful thinking for a nation with a sizable Nazi population. Number 3, we have Muhammad Ali versus the government. When the greatest boxer alive said no to a war, America tried to silence him, but it didn't work. They told Muhammad Ali to pick up a gun. He said, my enemy's not in Vietnam, it's right here in America.
Don't you believe that the black and white can live side by side in harmony?
If I said yes, that don't make it right because they can't. I was in Milwaukee just meddling the other day. Didn't nobody see me. And I saw white people, white babies, white girls, and they just was jeering and they hate and they just evil as they can be, coming to kill and shoot and throw bricks
Yes,
at
but
Negroes.
you're talking
and this is as a whole.
But you're talking in particulars when you must talk in general.
Why is it you don't, your whole conversation now is to keep Negroes with you. Why you don't want us to leave you?
Well, because in my
Scared? You seem
estimation,
to be
Negro
so
people
scared.
are every bit as good as white people.
As good as white
Right.
people.
They're all the same. They're all God's
We're
people.
not saying we're not all God's people because if whites was God's people, they wouldn't treat us like they do.
And Cassius, you're talking.
I'm not Cassius. You still calling me. I can't get
Or
on with
Mohammed,
you.
you're talking in
I'm not no
particulars
white
when you
man.
have to talk in general.
So you want to keep calling me a white man's name. I'm not white. I don't want to be called after your name no more. I'm not no slave. I'm Muhammad Ali.
And just like that, the heavyweight champ went from global icon to public enemy. They stripped his titles, banned him from boxing, called him unpatriotic. Ali said, cool, I'll fight y'all in court. This wasn't just draft resistance, okay? It was a full-blown cultural uppercut. A black Muslim standing on principle, refusing to kill for a country that still wouldn't serve him lunch without a protest. He lost millions, but never the message. And when the Supreme Court overturned his conviction in 1971, Ali didn't just get his belt back, he got vindication. And he won it with words sharper than any jab. Number 2 is Alexander Hamilton versus Aaron Burr. Look, one had ambition, the other had patience, and then one morning they both had pistols. Picture this, 2 founding fathers in the woods at dawn, 10 paces apart like it's the season finale of Colonial Housewives. Hamilton, the loudmouth immigrant with a pen sharper than most swords. Burr, the politically cautious simmering pot of revenge. These two had beef simmering for years. Hamilton insulted Burr's honor in newspapers, speeches, dinner parties, probably even on parchment with a quill. Burr finally said, you know what, let's solve this like 1800s gentlemen with bullets. They dueled in Weehawken, New Jersey. Hamilton fired first into the air. Burr, he was not so poetic. One shot, Hamilton drops. Burr's political career also dead. This wasn't just a duel, guys. It was America's first high-profile political unaliving. And the lesson, never beef with someone who writes essays for fun. There you go. Okay, all right. Just don't do it. It's not. He's imagined every scenario from every direction. 10 steps in 360 degrees. That's 3,600 steps in the peripheral of your mind, just ready at any point in time. It's crazy. You don't want it. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, number 1 is Cain versus Abel. The first sons, the first offering, the first why is your brother blinking so loud moment in recorded history. If you thought sibling beef started with who got the bigger slice of cake, nah. Try the original brothers, Cain and Abel. God asked for offerings. Abel brought fresh lamb chops. Cain brought vibes. God said, I like Abel's better. And Cain took that personally. Next thing you know, Abel's out in the field and Cain's pulling up like it's a biblical Grand Theft Auto side quest. He kills his brother, then lies to God about it. To God, bro. What the fuck? This wasn't just the first murder. It was the first hater. The first time someone couldn't stand that another person had favor. And just like that, history started with blood, jealousy, and bad crop choices. Look, if you enjoy this type of video, make sure you like and subscribe. We cover a lot of corruption over here. So it's good to get a palate cleanse every once in a while, right? See you next video.